Hey guys, what it do? It's your boy Supremacy here to God. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Now, there's been a lot of chatter about Jujutsu Kaisen, and a lot of people are angry at Gege's decision making and the way the pacing of the story, the narrative, and how certain things are happening, and how certain characters feel like they didn't get a moment to fully shine, or we didn't fully get it to delve into them, or we didn't get a full narrative out of these characters. And I think that this is why we love JJK. We love JJK because of its spontaneity, spontaneity, right? It's spontaneous. It's riveting. It's shocking. It's rapid. It's bombastic. It's action packed, right? And I think there's a realism aspect to it, right? In real life, sometimes somebody could be at the peak of the journey, about to reach their prime, and something negative happens and they die or they get an injury. Anything could happen, right? Some people can overcome it, other people do not overcome it. And that's what Jujutsu Kaisen is really about. It's about people, right? And some people have dreams and ambitions and aspirations and they never reach it. Nobara, right? She died and her flame was snuffed out because she could before she could reach her full potential, but she had the potential to be one of the strongest because her ability can attack the soul. Resonance is such a powerful ability. Imagine a domain expansion with resonance, right? That could do so much, right? It could do so much. It'd be affecting Sukuna right now, probably more than even Yuji. Okay. And then you have somebody like Maki who never even knew she could possibly have the capability of getting much stronger than she already was because she didn't have curse energy that she could use. And as a result, she couldn't even see curses. She had a limitation physically. She had no curse technique. She was just fighting with weapons, but because of that, she maximized her combat, her hand-to-hand physical combat, weaponry combat, maximized all of that. Mainly weaponry because she wasn't like straight up powerful enough to do what Yuji does, right? At the time. And then something, like the worst thing that could possibly happen to her happened. She lost a twin sister, and the twin sister demanded that she burns everything to the ground and takes everybody with her. And guess what? She did that because she unlocked an ability that she didn't even knew she was capable of unlocking. But the ability that needed, the requirement to gain it was the sacrifice of her twin. That's crazy. But that's, if you look at the music industry, how many people fuck over friends and the people that they came up with or people that helped them a lot, sometimes even family member, just for the opportunity for them to become famous, right? To succeed. If you look at Gojo, he was just born gifted, absolutely born with everything, the world in his hands. But a moment made him excel and go beyond the limitations, right? And he became truly the strongest. But then his kindness, his humanity prevented him from excelling beyond that, from becoming a greedy billionaire, if you may, right? And because of that, a greedy billionaire pulled up and destroyed his company, right? And all the small businesses that he helped along the way with his kindness, with the fact that he cared and the fact that he didn't want to harm too many people, because he could have increased his industry or he could have increased his power if he wasn't so mindful of those in lesser financially or those with lesser power. Right? If you view it in that comparison, you can see that compassion is what led Gojo to become a failure. If he didn't have compassion for the star plasma vessel, it wouldn't have been a problem. He wouldn't have been exhausted. He probably would have cooked. What's his name? He would have cooked Toji, and then if he cooks Toji, Kenjaku, he probably if he didn't have sympathy as well, he would have completely killed Gedo, and that body wouldn't be there. He would have burnt it, got rid of it. There would be no Kenjaku in the form that he came with. He would have just murked everybody in Shibuya, no problem. And you know what I'm saying? He would have killed Yuji. He probably would have killed. He probably would let Yuta go because Yuta wasn't an immediate danger. But he would have killed all these people, right? And I think that's something that we have to bear in mind here. his compassion is what led to his eventual death and his eventual downfall, and his trust in the next generation. And that's a powerful thing. But then, this is again to go why people like it and why people don't like it. It feels so divisive because things happen, right? It's a manga where things happen. Kenjaku, this guy that was conniving, planning for centuries, right? Doing this meticulous planning, and then boom, some comedian guy who just got this super crazy talent popped up, entertained him, and then the guy that he thought you're not gonna be shit, bro. I don't see what it's like that artist that's like you don't really see what everybody else sees in them. Like they alright, but they ain't that though, bro. And then that motherfucker becomes the next goddamn Justin Bieber, Kanye West. I don't know, one of the next big massive acts, right? And like Taylor Swift, for example, a lot of people, man, they're probably thinking early in the day, man, Taylor Swift, she not gonna do much. And then I'll look at her, she's like the biggest artist on the planet by quite a margin. And that's the thing that happens in reality, where things that you think will go one way don't go that way. And for Kenjaku, obviously, feels unsatisfactory as a reader, but real life is unsatisfactory, right? And like I don't mean to deride JJK. You guys know I have my own criticisms about JJK, and I've talked about them in chapter reviews quite frequently, right? But I'm just saying that this is why we like and hate JJK. We like it because things just happen sometimes, but we also hate it because things just happen sometimes, especially when it feels like we didn't get enough out of that character to have a satisfactory conclusion for them. But reality and real life doesn't always have a satisfactory conclusion, right? Uh, that's just what happens. Sometimes people do things that crashes them out. People crash out, and sometimes things just happen around somebody that forces them to not be able to go where they need to go or to not reach their full potential. And I think that's just the reality of it. And I think Gege does a really good job at provoking and bringing forth that feeling, that emotion. But then the question is it being overdone? Is it being overdone to a point where the story is just like, obviously, because I think part of it makes it like a living breathing world, because things just happen like that. But simultaneously, as a reader, as a consumer of the content, sometimes you feel like this character shallow, or this character, what's the point of even introducing them to the story if they have no real impact whatsoever? And I just did a video on Yuki and why I think that Yuki deserved much better. I did a video before on why Nobara deserved much better. So don't think that I'm just blindly defending him because I made this video. That is not the case at all. But I'm just trying to showcase a different perspective and how to interpret JJK. Let me know in the comment section. Let me know in the comment section below. You agree, disagree, and make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. I'm out.